रानी की जय। लाडली लाल की जय। प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्रीकृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरु पापात्मना त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहा दावाग्निर्वापनम् श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणम् विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदम् पूर्णामृता स्वादनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् नमः कमलना भाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्घ्नं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। राधा रानी की जय। Dearest fellow devotees of Sri Radha Krishna, sadhaks, loving and divine souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone. And my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Today again, I'm going to be doing Pad Vyakhya, using one of the pads written by my Gurudev, Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, who, as we all know, is only the fifth Panchvi Mool Jagat Guru, fifth original Jagat Guru, and the topmost. From his book, Premras Madira, which contains 1008 pads, divine poetry, 21 madhuris. Today's pad is from Viraha Madhuri. So, I don't know if we'll be able to follow, but, oh, it's coming. So, most of you will have it on, you should have it on your WhatsApp also, so we can follow. Dogun, double. सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं सुनी
काली एक बात सखी है
सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं
सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं
सखी न जूह जुरी जुरी कालिंदी
सखी
जुरी जुरी कालिंदी सखी न जूह जुरी जुरी कालिंदी सखी
न जू है झूरी झूरी कालिंदी
पुलिन रही बतरात सखी मैं
भूली न रही बदरात सखी मैं
ओ पुलिन रही बतरात सखी मैं
भूली न रही बदरात सखी मैं
ओ सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं
सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं
A gopi, one gopi, is saying to her very intimate friend Sakhi, "Oh Sakhi, yesterday I heard something very important. I went to the Kalindi, Yamuna, the bank of the Yamuna. I went to fetch water. All the gopis, that time, more than 5,000 years ago, there was no pipe or anything to bring water. So everything they did, whether it's washing the clothes, cooking, drinking, bathing, everything, the water of the Yamuna was used. So all the gopis going, and there were a group of gopis speaking among themselves. It's not good to listen to the conversation of others. But this is a divine spine, as it is to teach us a great lesson, what she overheard. While she was there, fetching water, she overheard this group of gopis speaking. They were speaking among themselves, and something very important. What happened? What was the conversation? We hear. Suni kali ik baat sakhi mein
सुनी काली एक बात सखी है
एक सखी कह प्राण तजहु अब
एक सखी कह प्राण तजहु अब
मिलहि न पिय किय घात सखी मैं
मिलहि न पिय किय घात सखी मैं
ओ सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं
सुनी काली एक बात सखी है
So the Sakhi says, what did you hear? We love to hear what others are saying. And it sounds so important, very interesting, because she's so excited to tell this gopi what she heard. So her friend is also getting excited. There's something so important you heard. Kya suni? What did you hear? So there was this group of Sakhi, gopis, and one gopi said, I think it is best that we should not live any longer. We should all die. It's not a good thing to commit suicide, Atmahatya. In the Catholic religion, it says the greatest sin is to commit suicide, to kill oneself. In the Sanatan Dharma, in the Hindu religion, it says the greatest sin is to even think of committing suicide. Forget about doing it, to even think the thought that I am going to kill myself. Why? बड़े भाग्य मानुष तनु पावा सुर दुर्लभ सद ग्रंथ निगावा. This thing that we have, which is called human body, Manav Deh, is so valuable, so rare and so difficult to attain. It is the greatest fortune. God is saying, Sri Ram, to the residents of Ayodhya, it is the greatest fortune for the soul to acquire birth in the human form. Even Devatas, people pray to Devatas, celestial gods, Agni, the god of fire, Vayu, the god of wind, Indra, the god of rain, etc. Indraya Namaha Swaha, Agnaye Namaha Swaha, Vayave Namaha Swaha. The same devatas, they are praying and begging God for what? This. It means this is so valuable, more valuable than even celestial body. Kabahuk kari karuna nar dehi det ish binu hetu sanehi. This is a great gift. ये बड़ी अमानत है. The greatest, one of the greatest gifts that God can give to the soul. Kabahuk kari. Very rare, very seldom does the Supreme Lord, who loves the individual soul, who loves us without any self-interest, bestow upon us birth in the human form. And you want to destroy it. But God becomes very angry. The kind of punishment one gets, somebody thinks, oh, life is so bad. Let me finish it. And then all problem is finished. Arey, no. All problem now start. More problem you have put. God gets very, very angry. The kind of punishment the soul gets for having committed suicide. But this gopi is saying we should all die. Why? Because milahi na piya kiya ghat. Shyam Sundar, Shri Krishna, has deceived us. Vishwas Ghat. When Shri Krishna was leaving to go to Mathura, all the gopis, they felt their life was leaving the body. They could not bear the separation. They were just throwing themselves on the road, on the path, literally. And Shri Krishna said, look, don't do all of this. I'm just going for a couple of days. 2 days and I'll come back. He never came back. So she's saying he deceived us, such a big deception, and he's never going to return. So we should all just die. Suni kali ek baat sakhi main
सुनी काली एक बात सखी है
अपर सखी का जब पिय सुनी है
अपर सखी का जब पिया सुनी है
तजी दे है निज गात सखी में
तजी दे निज गात सखी
ओ सुनी काली एक बात सखी में
सुनी काली एक बात सखी में.
So this gopi is saying to her Sakhi, a friend. So when this gopi said this, then another gopi said, no, this is very bad. Don't say this. Why? Because if our beloved, if we were to do that, and our beloved Shyam Sundar was to hear this, then he will also give up his life. This is how bad. There's a divine law. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. Chapter 4, verse 11, Gita. Shri Krishna says, how a soul loves me with whatever feeling. However they love me, I return that love in the same amount, in the same way, in the same feeling. So if this soul dies for Shyam Sundar, he is also going to die. We have heard during the speech on Radharani Rath Yatra, Diji was telling us about Lena, 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 Dena, and Dena, Dena. Right? These are three things. Lena, Lena, to take and only take. This is called lust. Me, 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 me. Only I, only what I want. Many of us like that. Lena, Dena, it's not so bad. Give and take. This is called business, vyapar. You go to the store, you give a certain amount of money, and you get something in return. In the world, we say, if you love me, you do what I want, I love you. You don't do what I want, get lost. Get out. What we call love is a business. And dena, dena. To give and only give. This is what is called love. Prem. The saints and all the scriptures tell us there's nothing called love in this world. We should not even use the word love. It's a divine thing. Anyhow, we use it. We have been well taught and well trained and well practiced in Lena, Lena, only taken, and Lena, Dena, give and take. And no one ever taught us to give and only give. And this is what we have to practice. Even in the world, if there seems to be some act of selflessness, someone seems to be doing a selfless act. Somebody says to you, would you have something to eat? Kuch khayenge? I don't have money. Are, why are you speaking about money? He buys and gives to you. Don't worry, what is mine is yours. You might think, but this is an act of selflessness? No. He is insuring himself with you and is going to recover $100. There's a big, big selfishness behind that screen of his selfless giving. Everywhere. You've heard this divine law. Jate kachu nij swarath hoi, ta par mamta kare sab koi. Sur nar muni sab kai yah riti, swarath lagi karahi sab priti. In the Ramayana, Shankar Bhagwan is saying to Parvati, the basis of all worldly affection is selfishness, swarth. Everyone is selfish. Every act is a selfish act. Look. The mother says to her daughter, my daughter, Beti, bring my slippers. And the daughter runs and brings the slippers. Wow. Such a wonderful daughter. I have an angel for a daughter. A little while afterwards, the mother says, my daughter, Rani, can you bring the newspaper for me? And Rani continues sitting. Hey, didn't you hear I say bring the newspaper? And she continues sitting. Rani! I'm telling you bring the newspaper and you're sitting as though you're deaf. My God, you must be a witch, Churail. Hey, just now she was a Devi. And now she's become a Churail, a witch. All because the selfishness was not satisfied. In the world, people claim to, I will live and die for you. I will die for you. Boy is with the girl, girl with the boy, and I will give you the moon and the stars, and I will die for you, and all this big claim. So this couple, they all made all this claim, they got married also. And the husband is always saying, I love you so much, I love you. Sometimes I see the people, I love you so much. Hey, Bhagwan. The more this I love you so much, be careful. Too much I love you so much. Anyhow, so the wife said, okay, I'm going to find out how much he really loves me. So she decided to write a letter. Nowadays we don't write letters anymore, we do WhatsApp or... Anyhow, but she still decides to write this letter. So she writes this letter to a fictionary lover. Fictitious letter, it's not a true thing. And she writes in this letter, oh my darling, I have realized that I can no longer live without you. And I'm prepared to leave my husband for your sake. I'm just waiting for an opportune moment to tell my husband how much I love you. And I'm sure he will never stop me, as he loves me too much. He's always saying, I love you so much. He loves me too much to refuse me anything. And it's a nice looking envelope with flowers, pink. Beautiful rose, painted, and she puts some nice perfume. And she deliberately places this letter, this envelope, where the husband is sure to find it. That evening the husband comes from work and he gets a whiff of this perfume. Ooh, smells very nice. And he spies that envelope. I wonder what's there. It's addressed to some man. Ooh. And he opens it, not supposed to, but he opens it. And he starts to read, and suddenly the poor guy gets asthma. The wife brings a nice cup of chai. You know, chai, tea. He pushes her away. Get out from in front of me. I always mistrusted your character. Anyhow, get out. The wife is unmoved. And she tries in many ways to pacify, but he refuses to listen. And suddenly his mom comes into the room. Are, beta, son. Are, Ramesh, what's wrong with you? Why are you behaving like this? Mom, you don't know. What do I know? This wife of mine. Are, beta, do you know what today is? What today is? What do you mean what today is? Are, today is 1st of April. April 1st. April Fool. Your wife was just having some fun with you. It's not real. This is exactly what I was thinking, Mom. To tell you the truth, I wasn't fooled even for a moment. Hey, again, this is such a little incident. can bring the greatest of worldly relation to an end in a moment. Don't try, please. Don't say, I'm going to go home and try this thing. Bhaiya told me I'm going. Bhaiya will be in big problem. All right. So, just an example. This is the basis of all worldly relations. A very rich industrialist donates millions of dollars towards the building of hospital. We may quote this as an example of selfless giving, but can this person be called a true giver, a true donor? No. There must be some selfishness behind this action of his. He's doing it with the thought of getting a big tax exemption. He's earning so much, he has to do something. Or to get publicity or both. Many of us, we spend at least $20 or more every week buying lotto or scratch something. Is it to help the government? No. We are really thinking of the day we will be able to win the grand prize. Every time we see the signboard, 140 million, 50 million. Sometimes it gets really, really big, and we get very excited. I'm going to buy today. It's because we're thinking that I can maybe win. The point I'm trying to make here is that wherever we seem to be given in the world, it's always with the thought of getting back to at least twice as much. True love, though, is a give and give relation with no thought of ever receiving anything in return. Now, the question is, what can we give and to whom? God is called Data. There's a bhajan that they sang, Data ikram, bhikari sari duniya, Data ikram. That God is the giver and benefactor of all, and we are all beggars, bhikari. What can a beggar give to anyone? And besides, everything we have is all material, dirty. Dirty body, dirty mind, wealth, money, dirty material. Everything. And still God says, Shri Krishna says, give me everything you have. I have everything dirty, give everything dirty. And in return, I'll give you all my property. And what is God's property? Everything divine. Divine bliss, divine mind, divine intellect, divine knowledge, divine vision, everything divine. What a wonderful exchange. So if by giving everything dirty material to God, we get everything divine in return, then we should never ask Him for anything. We should never ask her, Radharani, for anything. Just love Him for His sake only. To make Him, to make her happy. Tat sukha sukhitvam, Narad Bhakti Sutra. Naradji defines love as being happy in the happiness of the beloved. Never to desire anything. Diyamanam na grihnanti. Bhagavatam. A devotee says, even if you give me anything, I will not take it. Bhagwan likes to offer. It's nature. He puts little Prahlad on his lap and he says, Prahlad, varam bruhi, ask for a boon. Beta, ask. Prahlad, little boy, he says, Maharaj, I have everything. I have you. I'm your servant. A servant never asks. That's okay. All that is good philosophy. But everyone I meet, I tell them acts, and so you should act also. You should ask for something. Prahlad said, okay, if you insist, and this will make you happy, my aim is to make you happy. So let me ask. Yadirami shame kaman varanstam vardarshabha kamanam hridya sandoham bhavatastu vrine varam. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 7 Canto, 10 chapter, 7 verse. Little Prahlad says, Maharaj, if you insist in giving me something, then give me the boon that my desire to ever ask you for anything will be destroyed forever. Let me never ask you for anything. This is how we have to become. Gaurang Mahaprabhu differentiates between desire, lust, and love. Kamer tarparya nij shambhog kebal. Krishna sukh tarparya prem to prabal. Lok dharma, ved dharma, deh dharma karma. Lajja dharye deh sukh, atma sukh marma. Sarva tyag kare kare Krishnera bhajan. Krishna sukh hetu kare प्रेमेर शेवान अतएव कामे प्रेमी बहुत अंतर काम अंधतम प्रेम निर्मल भास्कर. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Desire for one's own happiness, nij sukh sambhog, to desire one's own happiness, is called kaam, lust, not love, and can be compared to andhakar, darkness. To desire to please the beloved only for his happiness. Whatever makes the beloved happy is called love and can be compared to Bhaskar, sunshine. There should be such a way to love that there's a reason for love to be destroyed. You're going to die, and yet love increases. During the Mahabharata, Shri Krishna had sworn, I will not pick up a weapon. He had told one side, my entire army and everything, weapon, and one side, me alone, no weapon. I'll never hold a weapon. This was he sworn that. And his devotee, Bhishma Pitamaha said, Acha, I'll make you hold a weapon. It was he had made a promise, I will make you, and to fulfill, Shri Krishna picked up the wheel of the chariot and started to run in to kill Bhishma Pitamaha. Bhishma Pitamaha seen Shri Krishna running towards him, he started laughing. Seeing him laughing instead of being afraid, Shri Krishna was taken aback and he stood right there. आज जो हरि ही न शस्त्र गहाऊं, आज जो हरि ही न शस्त्र गहाऊं, तौला जहु गंगा जननी को, तौला जहु गंगा जननी को, शांतहु सुत न कहाऊं, आज जो हरि ही न शस्त्र गहाऊं. For upholding, Bhishma Pitamaha is saying to Shri Krishna, for upholding my promise, my word, you had to pick up a weapon, in spite of having sworn that you will never. Why have you stopped running? Why don't you come forward? Bhishma Pitamaha held that formidable sight of Sri Krishna. Eyebrows raised, teeth clenched, face and eyes red in anger, and the pitambad, his yellow cloth, fluttering in the wind in his mind as he laid on that bed of arrow. He lay on the bed of arrow for 6 months before dying. The only vision he kept, he loved that vision so much. Shri Krishna angry. I'll kill you today. A true lover finds bliss in every action. Every action. He has no objection to any action. He doesn't even care for mukti. Even if he's offered. Are, Bhagwan is offering. Kaghabu sundi manguvar ati prasanna mohijan animadhik siddhi apar nidhi moksha sakal sukh khan. Hey Kagbasundi ji, Prabhu Shri Ram is saying to his very wonderful devotee Kagbasundi, I am so pleased with you, extremely ati prasanna. When someone tells you very high thing, be careful. You know, my Guru Kripalu Mahaprabhu, when he would scold us, we know it's fine. The day he starts praising, hey Bhagwan, some problem today. Something is wrong when he starts to praise. So, Kagbasundi ji is saying, Maharaj, what is this? All this high praise this morning? Something is going on. He says, Maharaj, I don't want anything. These things you are offering, Riddhi, Siddhi, powers to perform miracle, people love this because God knows that's what people in the world, they hear about this Riddhi, Siddhi, Anima, Laghima, Garima, all these Siddhis, powers to perform miracle, Nidhi, great treasure. And he says, he tries to deceive the devotee so much, he says, moksha, the best of attainment. When in actual reality, there is nothing in moksha. Nothing? There's infinite bliss. But the one who attains moksha experiences nothing. This is why, as I've told you, a devotee would never say, as we hear over and over, he would never say, Shivoham, Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi. The devotee says, Dasoham, Dasoham. I am a servant of Sri Krishna. He keeps the identity. When Sri Krishna left for Mathura, another incident, one gopi said to her friends, let us shave off our hair and put on the clothes of sannyasini and go and visit Sri Krishna. He's living in Dwarika now and he's become a householder. Grihasti hai. And so he's sure to welcome and respect a sannyasini. On this pretext, we'll be able to see him. We haven't seen him so long. Another gopi replies, Kesha Muraiya Kopina Puriya Dharili Dhukine Besh Kandiya Akulhai Kala Chan Amitare Jani Besh. She says to her friend Sakhi, how can you think about your own happiness when you know he'll be grieved, extremely grieved, to see us in that condition? What tender feeling. How can you be so cruel to shave off this very hair that Shri Krishna used to so lovingly caress and wipe our tears with. Another point. A true lover should not love the beloved because of that beloved's virtue or beauty or wealth, etc. If one does, then that love is sure to come to an end one day. This is the reason why worldly love is non-lasting. If someone is loved because they're very beautiful, handsome, day that beauty finish, love finish. If someone is loved because of wealth, lot of money, the day that money finish, love finish. If someone is loved because of virtues, etc., and it starts lessening, the love starts lessening also. Now, even though there's no question of Sri Krishna's virtues coming to an end or lessening, we should never love him because of his virtues and how loving and how kind. We should just love him to please him, to make him happy. When Parvati, there's a personality called Parvati, she is the wife of Lord Shiva. Durga in the form of Parvati. So she was performing severe tapasya, austerities, for attaining Lord Shiva as her husband. Some rishis and munis came to test her. And they tried to dissuade her from loving Shivji by describing his fearful outward appearance, poisonous snakes, cobra clinging to his body, the ashes of dead people all smeared on his body, a garland of human skull around his neck, his entourage, bhoot, pret, goblins, and spirits. And they also added that he was completely heartless and that she should love Lord Vishnu instead. Parvati replied, look, I know all of this. But I love Lord Shiva not because of his virtues. Janma koti lagi ragar hamari, varahu shambhu naturahu kumari. She said, I am willing to take uncountable births in order to marry Shiva, to become his wife. And if that's not possible, I will remain a Kumari, a maiden forever. Shambhu sakala avaguna bhavan, Vishnu sakala guna dham. Tehi karamanaram jahi san, tehi san kam. Parvati says, look, I am aware that Vishnu, Lord Vishnu is the storehouse of all virtues, and that Lord Shiva is the storehouse of vices. But I love only Lord Shiva because I don't care for virtues. A devotee, a true lover, does not look at the virtues or how handsome or how beautiful. Just loves for that, for the happy. Every gesture, every action, even anger, krodho pite nuggahas eva sammata. The wives of Kalyanag, is saying to Sri Krishna, even your krodh, your anger is kripa, is grace. You have danced on the hood of our husband. Your footprint will remain forever. An incident, once a saint in Vrindavan, he had reached the stage of Bhavavesh. In the stage of Bhavavesh, one sees the beloved, Sri Krishna, in real, not imaginary, real. The saint saw Shri Krishna, his beloved, in front of him. He started to run to Shri Krishna, to hug him, to embrace, and Shri Krishna ran away. And while running after Shri Krishna, he had long matted hair. It got caught in some bushes. And in the moment that happened, Shri Krishna vanished from his sight. And so the saint thought to himself, my beloved loves seeing me with my hair caught in the bushes. So he stood on that very same spot, without eating, without drinking, without sleeping, in the same position for 7 days, and just pining away for his beloved. Shri Krishna had to accept defeat. Assuming the disguise of a traveler, a wayfarer, he went to the saint and scolded him really harshly. Hey, you lazy fellow! I have been looking at you for a whole week. You're so lazy you can't untangle your own hair. The saint didn't pay any heed. Again, Shri Krishna repeated even more harshly. Annoyed, the saint said, who are you? Why do you want to come between husband and wife? Shri Krishna said, I am your beloved. Acha? Really? Go and look at your face in the mirror. My beloved. Now Shri Krishna had no choice. He had to assume his true form, Tribhangi Lal, bent in three places, neck, waist and ankles, wearing the yellow pitambar, a garland of wild flowers around the neck, and playing the bansuri. Now, Baba, everything is okay. Hey, don't touch another's wife. The saint had decided to make full use of the situation. Acha. He knew it was Krishna, but he thought this is a golden opportunity. He said, I will only accept that you are my beloved, Shri Krishna, if Radha Rani comes and says, yes, this is Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna said, Acha, Radha, come Radhe. She's not far. She's Shri Krishna, Radha Rani, are one and the same. And so the saint was blessed with the divine vision of a divine couple. This is called Nishkam Prem, selfless, the love of the gopis. One gopi says, Asundara Sundara Shekharova Gunair Vihino Guninam Barova Dveshi Mayisyat Karunam Buddhirva Krishna Saeva Dyagatir Mamayam. The gopi says, Asundara Sundara Shekharova. Some people say Shri Krishna is very black, very unattractive, very ugly. And some people say, oh, he's so beautiful. His beauty is incomparable. He's more beautiful than uncountable Kamdevs combined. It doesn't matter to me whether he's beautiful or not. Furthermore, Gunair Vihino Guninam Barova. It's of no consequence to me whether he is full of virtues or has none at all. Not only that, Dveshi Mayisyat. Even if he were to become my enemy and going to kill me with his Sudarshan Chakra, he will still be my love. Even his enmity is as dear to me as his love. This is how the gopis, Gaurang Mahaprabhu beautifully, in one of his verses from Shikshastak, describes love. Aslishyava padaratam pinashtuma madarshanan marmahtam karotuva yatha tathava vidadhatu lampato mat prananathastu sa evana paraha. Shikshastak. Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying, the devotee, Hey Shri Krishna, there are only three ways in which you can behave towards me. Either you can lovingly embrace me as someone who is extremely dear to you, or you can trample me under your feet as an enemy, kill me, or you can become neutral, pretend that I don't even exist. We had this example when sometimes you go to Sri Maharaji, and you always meet him, and then he would ask the secretary, Neelu, who is that person? Ye kaun hai? As though he never saw you before. Or he'll pretend you don't even exist. There's a reason. We'll hear some other time. Very briefly, he wants us to increase our love. Increase it. Regardless of how you behave towards me, the devotee says, my love will keep increasing. I have no objection to any behavior. You will always be my beloved, and my love will keep increasing. So this gopi has explained this long lecture to this Sakhi. Suni Kali एक बात सखी मैं
सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं
एक सखी पुनी या उठी बोली
एक सखी पुनी यो उठी बोली
प्राण रहे के ही भात सखी मैं
प्राण रहे के ही बात सखी मैं.
So the Sakhi, another Sakhi says, everything you say is great. I love your lecture. And it sounds wonderful. But I have a problem. This separation, the pain of that separation, no one can understand in the world. We little bit can understand. It's a law that the amount of happiness we get in acquiring any person or object is directly proportionate to how much pain we are going to experience in the separation from that person or object. But our love is not love. The gopi's love, multiplied infinite times. Then she's experiencing pain infinite times also. She says, how I'm going to bear this pain that I'm experiencing in his separation? How am I going to? This is only for us to understand. As you were told also, the pain that the gopis experience is not like a worldly pain. It is a sweet pain of separation. In union, the beloved is seen at one place, one time. But in separation, the beloved is seen in every particle of the world. Time is of essence, don't go too greatly into it. But everywhere the gopis, in the trees, in the cows, in the house, in the flowers, in the fruit, everywhere they saw Krishna and experienced him. They were not separate from Krishna. They experienced Krishna in every particle of the world. Suni Kali ek baat sakhi
अपर सखी का कोटि कल्प लो
परखहु पद जल जात सखी मैं
परखहु पद जल जात सखी मैं.
Answer, and another Sakhi comes and says, listen, Sakhi, she says, a true lover will wait till infinite time. Kalp, the word koti kalp. Kalp means 12 hours of Brahma, 4,294,080,000 years, our time. And crore means 10 million. Multiply 10 million by 4.3 billion approximately. Infinite time. Kalpakoti. So long one should wait. Never give up hope, never become despondent. My Guru used to say to us, when despair comes, despondency, this is a nama prad. We have lost, in other words, we have no longer have faith in Guru and God. No matter how things are, never become despondent, never lose faith. Have faith. I will see Maharaji, definitely in this lifetime. I will see Radharani, I will see Krishna. In this lifetime, don't make plans, maybe next lifetime, maybe next 10. No, in this lifetime. And keep waiting. Every moment think, I'll see him next moment. I'll see him tomorrow. I'll see him. And keep having that yearning, that longing. Yes, and that faith, I will see. One day you will see, for sure. Suni Kali ik baat sakhi mein
सुनी काली एक बात सखी है
कहा कृपालु ग्रीष्म ऋतु बीते
कृपालु ग्रीष्म ऋतु बीते
आवति पुनि बरसात सखी मैं
आवती पुनी बरसात सखी मैं
ओ सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं
सुनी काली एक बात सखी मैं.
Jagat Gurutam Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu gives a wonderful example to this in the last line. He says, he came there as a gopi also. In the conversation, he said, hey gopi, suno. He says to all of them, listen. Kaha Kripalu Grisham Ritu Bite. Grisham means the summer. So when it's summer, especially in India, it's very hot. It can go as high as 120 degrees. Very hot. You feel as you can die. Just breathe in the air, you can get sunstroke. But it doesn't last forever. Soon the Summer will go, and what will come? Barsat, the rainy season. So the summer, he kind of compares it to the pain of separation. That this pain of separation will pass, and soon the rainy season and the sweet union of Sri Krishna will come. You will meet the beloved again soon. Nothing stays forever. Just keep longing, yearning, and we will meet the beloved. The rest we will hear some other time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Radha Rani ki, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.